Welcome back, everyone. This is Akinar here with more Elden Ring, where I am once again at the top of the Divine Tower of Limgrave, because I had this notion, I had this weird idea that this rapture gesture that we were gifted with after being touched by the two fingers, what a great experience. I wondered if maybe it was like make contact, where you have to use it in a certain place for a certain amount of time. So I've just been sitting here for about the last 5 minutes or so, arms stretched out toward the sky, toward the Erd tree, sitting between or standing between what appears to be another two fingers. I don't know if this is supposed to be the remains of an actual creature. Is it a? It looks like maybe there's like tree bark. Is this an effigy? I don't know what the hell is going on, but what I do know is that it looks like this is not one of these Bloodborne-esque situations where something is going to happen if we stand around long enough. Maybe it will in another place. Maybe we just haven't found the right spot yet, but it doesn't seem like that's the case. Either way, we're going to get started here, and we've got quite a few things to take care of. We've got some boss fights in Limgrave. We've got the mini boss fights, at least, the Bell-Bearing Hunter and also the Tree Sentinel, who it has been some time since we took on the Tree Sentinel, and maybe we'll be getting around to trying those fights again today. But I got a couple things on my list that I want to attend to. I've got a few different loose ends, a few different things that we need to try to make sense of. One of them here is the Great Rune. Of course, we did make it to the top of the tower here, and we activated our Great Rune, but I wasn't able to figure out, or I didn't know quite yet how to use it. And one of the things that I noticed as I was looking at the status screen off camera a little bit is now we also have this giant Great Rune slot, or so it seems, in the middle of our screen at the bottom here. So we need to figure out how to use this. And maybe it is no more complicated than I just need to go to the dang inventory and actually use the item. This is not something that I had thought about, except it doesn't say that you can use it. Can I equip this? If I go to status, there's not like, I can't move my cursor around. So I wonder if I need to go to an NPC, if this is somebody that I need to talk to, like the finger reader, in order to get an actual explanation. Because does my cursor even go down to where it doesn't navigate to the part of the screen that has that what appears to be a Great Rune slot? So we need to figure that out. So maybe we'll do a little bit of change of plans here. I was thinking of doing some other stuff first, but maybe we will start by going back to the hold and just do a quick, maybe not a full NPC sweep, but we'll check in with the finger reader at least and see if there is some new dialogue there. I do have to remember which door. I guess it's this way. Let's find that out. I was thinking about maybe doing an NPC sweep later on, but maybe this is a good place for us to start.
You have returned. What is it?
About Great Runes. Did she have this before? This is the boss soul part of the menu. I think we've done this before.
Stuff of the children of the god, tainted by the and so grayless.
Yeah, we did this already. So this is not what I'm looking for. I feel like there's something I'm missing. There's something I'm missing here, and I don't know if it's supposed to be an NPC that fills me in, because my initial inclination was that the Great Rune was just going to supply this passive effect. And maybe it is, and I'm just not noticing what that passive effect is yet. I don't think the blacksmith would know about this.
Well, I took you for no matter.
Doesn't seem like his area of expertise. Who might know about this? Maybe Sir Gideon? Except he's still kind of locked away, isn't he? What are we going to do about this? And maybe we might end up just leaving this for later. Oh, the door's back open? This was definitely closed last time, wasn't it? It has been a little while since I played. Hopefully for you all, you're seeing this at the normal upload time, but it has been a little bit longer since my last play session.
You've received the wisdom of the Two Fingers, have you not? Then, just as promised, I bid you welcome. As a true member of the Round Table, I am known as Gideon Ofnir. As a Tarnished who wishes to stand before the Elden Ring and become Elden Lord, I am accumulating knowledge. To be all-knowing. You now belong to a select group of fellows. As such, I ask that you remain constant.
Remain constant. Sure. I don't know exactly what that means, but do you know anything about Great Runes by any chance?
After more Great Runes now, eh? Then, as your fellow, allow me to dive
Yes, please.
into little knowledge.
Help me out here.
The inheritors of the Great Runes, the Shard Bearers. We of the Round Table know the location of 5 of them, including the one you defeated. Godric the Grafted, Lord of Stormvale. General Radahn, who fought Melania and her rot to a standstill in the Caelid Wilds.
Oh, that's where that
Praetor
is.
Rykard, Lord of the Volcano Manor of Mount Gelmir.
Who?
Morgoth, the Grace-Given, Veiled Monarch and Lord of Lame Dell. And Renala, Queen of the Full Moon, ruler of Rhea Lucaria's Academy. You'll still be after more Great Runes, won't you?
Whoa! Oh my god. Okay, this is opening up a whole new level of exposition that I was not expecting, but this is very cool. We already do have a fair bit of knowledge about Radahn and Melania, I think is how he said it. I might still say Millennia, but either way, their confrontation apparently happened out in the Caelid Wilds. That's an interesting bit of knowledge. But then all these others... Oh, there's a bit about... Right, Nefeli Lu is supposed to be his stepdaughter. But then these 3, Rykard, Morgoth, Renala, that's the first I've heard of them. I do want to learn more about each of these. Let's go ahead and do that while we're here. Why don't we go ahead and get a lesson from the All-Knowing.
So, Godric the Grafted, Lord of Stormvale. Despite being the blood of Godfrey, first Elden Lord, he's a grotesque old fool grasping for power. His castle lies upon the cliff to Limgrave's northwest, but I suspect you know that well enough already.
I'm just thinking about how this menu would have opened up, because I think it feels like these doors only open back up once you've had contact with the Two Fingers, which you would not have done unless you had achieved or obtained a Great Rune. Theoretically, I mean, I don't know how the game plays out, but my guess is that you would be able, if Godric, Radahn, if these 5 here are the holders, the shard bearers, theoretically you could do these in any order once you know where to go in the game. So it's possible that you would not have defeated Godric at this point, but I suspect most players on their first playthrough will have done Godric first. I'm guessing this also repeats the dialogue.
So, despite being the blood of his castle lies upon the cliff, I suspect you.
And it does say there that he's the blood of Godfrey. I don't know if that means he's directly a son of Godfrey, but he is of his blood, which we had kind of figured out. Let's learn more about Radahn.
General Radahn, the famed Red Lion and Scourge of the Stars, is a ferocious warrior. He fought Melania and her rot to a standstill in the Caelid Wilds to Limgrave's east. And now Caelid has been engulfed by the Scarlet Rot. Even approaching the region is no mean feat. I've heard survivors of Radahn's army are still in the wilds, staving off the rot with fire. And if it's true, I suspect Radahn is still there as well, in Caelid. Though, I doubt he much resembles his former self anymore.
Doubt he much resembles his former self. Does that mean that how he looked in the story trailer, is that his former self? Or were we seeing his later self? Either way, we are more familiar with the Caelid Wilds than we would like to be at this point. He does also say here,
General Radahn, the famed, he fought
Melania and her rot.
By my reckoning, though,
So he really doesn't have much love for Melania. Her rot. She is a redhead. Is the Scarlet Rot related to her?
Praetor Rykard is the lord of the Volcano Manor on Mount Gelmir. He is a ruthless justiciar who commands a company of inquisitors, reviled for his serpentine demeanor. The volcano, Mount Gelmir, lies in the west of the Altus Plateau, the realm of the Erd Tree. It was the stage of the most appalling battle in the entirety of the Shattering. Rykard has committed the grave sin of blasphemy, marking himself as an enemy never to be forgiven.
Oh no, you don't want to become a blasphemer. That's the worst. These are all... This information here is stuff that I'm going to be reviewing multiple times, and maybe even multiple times here while we're... The Volcano Manor. Just going... Serpentine Manor.
Lies in the west of the Altus Plateau. It was the stage of the Rykard has committed the grave.
Okay. I'll be absorbing these details more and more as I keep reading through the information, but Volcano Manor, very on the nose. We haven't really seen, I don't think, there's so much of this world that we have yet to discover. So, but my mind is immediately filling in the blanks, thinking of what I know from Breath of the Wild. And, dang, what was the Goron mountain there? I've already forgotten the name of the mountain. I'm picturing the divine beast crawling around on it, the volcano. But that's where my mind is going when he's talking about Volcano Manor. Morgott. Let's learn a little bit more about Morgott.
The grace given is Lord of Landel, the capital city.
Oh, right.
It lies at the foot of the Erd
Landel.
Tree, in the east of the Altus Plateau. But the Two Fingers forbid us from venturing there.
Oh.
Until we've acquired enough great runes to repair the Elden Ring. Set your sights elsewhere for the time being. The Veiled Monarch can wait.
Oh, no, we definitely don't want to do what the Two Fingers says not to do. Can't be doing that now. There's another place, Leandel. Right, I think we had learned before that Godric got kicked out of there. I don't remember exactly if we were told that he was the ruler of Leandel, but somehow he was exiled from that capital city at the base of the Erd Tree. Okay. Renala?
The Academy of Rea Lucaria lies to Limgrave's north, towering over the mist-laden lands of Liurnia. Renala is queen of the Carian royals, who govern the Academy. But Renala herself is no demigod. Her beloved Radagon left her to become Queen Marika's second husband, taking the title of King Consort. The great rune dwells within the amber egg that was Radagon's gift to her.
Huh. Let me do that one more time.
The Academy of Rea Lucaria lies to Limgrave's north, towering over the mist-laden lands of Liurnia. Renala is queen of the Carian royals, who govern the Academy. And her great rune dwells within the egg she so dearly
It's inside of the egg. Oh, it's actually a little different. He doesn't go into the same level of detail that he did the first time. Because there was some stuff there about her husband becoming king consort with Queen Marika. King consort, as opposed to queen consort. I don't think I've heard king consort before. So many details to absorb. We'll come back to all of this throughout the playthrough, most likely. Tell me about your stepdaughter.
I understand you've been speaking to Nepheli.
I hope that's okay.
She's my daughter. I took her in when she lost the guidance of grace. Though a mere axe-wielding barbarian, her youthful credulity suited my purposes. So I put her to work. Do not hesitate to employ her. Should her services benefit you, despite her looks, she is more than capable in the press of battle.
I don't know why, but somehow my mind went to Gehrman there, telling us to you know, don't be afraid to use the doll as you see fit. Okay, that was he did say daughter. He's not a fan of the stepdaughter term. The all-knowing has imparted some of his knowledge. And very interesting. Still don't know exactly how to use my Great Rune. We had looked at this piece of art before, and it was making me think. If this is Melania, it's the only redhead that I know now. But there's a crown that this person is wearing, and it doesn't feel like. At least Melania looked very different in the story trailer. Maybe this is somebody related to her, or a completely different person that just happens to be a redhead. Who knows? Who the hell knows? Who am I gonna talk to though to figure out this this Great Rune? We weren't able to use it, but we do have the rune arcs. But it says grants. This is the thing that had made me think that we need to be equipping this Great Rune somehow, because it says the blessing grants the blessing of an equipped Great Rune upon use. Even if no Great Rune is equipped, it will slightly increase maximum HP. So we have to equip this thing, don't we? Is it something that I just do in the menu when I'm at a bonfire? Is that a thing? It's a menu at the bonfire. Okay, we found it. All of a sudden it occurred to me, we equip spells or memorize spells at a bonfire. With the Great Rune menu, you can now equip Great Runes that have had their power restored. You can use a rune arc to give even greater benefits to your equipped runes. Oh my god, okay. Godric's Great Rune. Let's go. Now, does this let me... Gives you the description, but I was wondering if it would let me do a comparison of the before and after of my stats. I guess we'll have to look at that on a different menu. And let's do that, because I want to see. I don't remember what my stats were, but I'm... So did it actually raise the attribute points? It doesn't seem like it did, but it must have raised other stuff. This is where I wish it would just... Why not show you what attributes are being raised when you're equipping this dang thing? We're just going to operate under the assumption that this is just having some passive effect here that is helping me out. And we did finally find where to equip Great Runes. Oh, it actually... Oh, I just noticed in the top left. There it is. I thought maybe that slot that had not been filled in this whole time, I thought maybe it was going to be filled by some sort of... something related to covenants. Because that's kind of what I think Dark Souls 2 did that, at least. I don't remember if Dark Souls 3 did that. But with Dark Souls 2, you had an icon that showed your current covenant that you had aligned yourself with. Okay, cool. Okay, so we finally have got our Great Rune equipped. Mystery solved. What is the next thing on my list here? One of the things that I wanted to do was maybe check some of the bonfires. I'm calling them bonfires, the sites of grace. Some of the sites of grace that we've been to previously, because we now have this grape that we picked up last episode. And I think that, let's check this again, but I think that this is something that we need to give to Melina. I don't know if she'll want it, but it says give to the blind maiden to guide her to the distant light. It might not be talking about Melina, but I think, isn't Melina supposed to be, or is missing an eye? That's what it looks like. But the thing about Melina is we've not seen her in a while. We have not seen her for some time, and we were able to talk with her in the early stages of the game by resting at particular sites of grace. And I've now played on a couple different fresh files, and I think it has to be specific sites of grace that you talk to her. Maybe not. Maybe I'm making a mistake about that. But it felt like early on, in order to get your horse, you have to make it to the gatefront site of grace, and then you have to make it basically these ones that are connected by the runes, not the runes, but the rays of guidance of grace. It doesn't look like, though, that we are, even though we've obtained this grape, that we're getting any new dialogue. Let's just go quickly to the Liurnia side of Grace. Looks like Bach is still here, based on the map. He's still hanging out here. But do we get the ability to talk to Melina? Okay. So that we will leave for whenever that happens. I'm assuming that that's going to progress naturally at some point on its own, hopefully. So we figured out the Great Rune. We're not finding Melina at this point. There is one quick thing that I want that I did also find on a fresh file. There was another piece of loot that I've marked here on the map. Let's head over there. A part of the map that I thought I had explored, but apparently I didn't. We're gonna quickly mount up Torrent and head over in this direction. Not sure if we'll have to take out the... We'll see if we can avoid the big boy. But I think this is where... Pretty sure this is where... Yeah, here we go. I have not picked up this item yet, so I don't know what this is, but I did see that it appears to be in another Lord Vessel. The Lord Vessels are here. This one is actually, like, not tilted on its side like the sundials that we had seen. So this is, who knows what this is exactly. It's got roots coming out of it. Looks very cool. What's the item? It's a key item. A strength not crystal tier. Okay. I don't know how I missed this, but this world is just so massive. There are going to be these things that you just miss. See if we get attacked by... That big boy is... I can see him patrolling toward us in the background. I'm getting nervous here. Can I find this key item? I feel like... Okay, hold on. I need to get to a safe distance here. Head back to... Let's not get attacked by the enemy while we're trying to read our new, hopefully cool, fancy item. What the hell? I already forgot what it's called. But I did at least see that it was a key item. I scrolled right by it. Okay, temporarily boosts strength in mixed... Here's this word again. Physique? What is the context here? Oh, okay, so this is... We have this piece of intel. Where was this? Is it in my... No, it's in the other part of the... Let's go here. Flask of Wondrous Physique. I'm going to say physique. That just is what's coming to mind. Still remains in the Third Church of America, north of the Mistwood. Still have no idea where that is. But what we picked up is related to that, because it says a crystal tier formed slowly over the ages where the Erdtree's bounty falls to the ground can be mixed in the Flask of Wondrous Physique. The resulting concoction temporarily boosts one strength. Okay, so there are going to be... There's a whole different type of flask. And it looks like maybe that flask is going to be... will give you the ability to boost particular attributes. Strength is not what we're necessarily going to be focusing on this build. Although we do very much have a quality build going on right now. Quality plus faith. Okay, that's cool. So we have that now, and we have a new kind of item to look forward to eventually. What's next on my list? The next thing that we still have some loose ends in the castle, and including a painting that I want to get to. I'm a little nervous about that painting, but we need to check that out at some point. Let's first, though, try to give some more attempts on the Bell-Bearing Hunter. Let's give this fight a few more tries. I did realize that we can actually trigger this fight much more quickly than I was thinking before, because I'm still thinking... There's part of me that still thinks in terms of Dark Souls and thinking that you have to warp from a bonfire to another bonfire. That's not how this game works. You just warp to the bonfire you want to go to. So we can just change the time of day, and then we can warp to this bonfire and redo the fight. So it's actually not as much of a hassle as I was thinking. what I need to do is think about how to prepare for this fight, which I have not done beforehand. So what was working for us last time? We didn't really spend too many attempts. So I don't know for sure what would work or what is going to work. My idea had been to maybe switch to the Catch Flame, which was a nice thing to have against the Crucible Knight. The speed of the Catch Flame, the combustion, was a very nice thing there to fit in between rolling, catch flame, rolling, catch flame. So maybe we will give that a try. We might also give a try with using more of the Uchi-Katana Unsheath move. But I think I'm going to redistribute my flasks to try to focus on healing, because it does feel like we can back up far enough in this fight and use our heals. So I'm gonna try a little bit more of an aggressive magic flask distribution and see how that goes. And how much is it to level up? We would need to pop fight quite a few runes. We won't level up for right now. And I think that's what we will do there. Let's also change around our talismans. The Crimson Dagger is not going to be of use, but we can maybe get some use out of... I don't know that the Dragon Fire move is going to be a good idea. We can get distance, but I don't know. This feels like it's supposed to be the Dragon Fire move. I'm always thinking about what moves are supposed to be most effective in which spots, and the Dragon Fire move feels like one that you're meant to use against multiple enemies, because it kind of just hits everything in this cone in front of you. So it feels like we want to be using like this for guard counters. Maybe getting on horseback. We'll think about that. But for now, we're just going to enhance our jump attacks and our counter attacks. Any other items that we want to use for the fight? Boosting our physical attack. Can we make this the Exalted Flesh? Is this something we can make more of? Not yet. We can boost our robustness, which was... What does robustness do again? Frost and blood loss. I don't think that's what we need in this case. Oh, and this one just lasts longer. Okay. I don't think either frost or blood loss are a problem against the Bell-Bearing Hunter. What we can be using, though, is fire grease. So we can definitely... If we decide to switch, let's focus on trying to use... Oh, okay. So that is what one thing that we can do is we can upgrade our equipment. Because I think we actually have a fair bit of... We actually have 9 smithing stones. Let's do that. Let's get both our seal and our Uchi-Katana up to +4. I don't have to work from a bonfire. I just need to go to this menu. What? Like I said... It has been a little bit of time. Real life has kept me busy, and it's been a little while since I played Elden Ring, so I'm so excited to be playing today, but I also got to get back in the flow. And remembering how the dang game works. Not that I'm any expert on how to play the game in the first place.
Well, I took you no matter. Lay out your arms then.
I need some help, though, Hugh. I need to get an upgrade to... I need my spells to be better. And I need my Uchi to be better. So let's do that. Cool. So we've got that. And now we can head back. It's unfortunate that it doesn't take you back directly to the place that you were... It would be nice if it kind of defaulted to like the previous bonfire that you were at. But either way, let's get some fighting going. We figured out our Great Ruin mystery. I'm glad that much is true. And now we are close to ready to actually getting into some combat here. So let's do that. Let's pass the time. Another fight that I want to be getting back to. Maybe this episode. We'll see how things go. We have the Tree Sentinel still, who we have not faced in quite a while. And I'm wondering if we are leveled up enough to take on that fight once again. We'll see. For now, we got to focus on bell bearing. I think it does make sense for us to start with the sword, because this does give us some free hits at the beginning. So let's do that. I like that we can kind of get at least some amount of free hits. Didn't quite mean to lose camera lock there, but it's fine. Well too soon on the roll. All right. That's not a heal. Oh, okay. So I'm letting down my guard in some cases. This has been an ongoing theme that I feel like I'm guarding, but I'm doing something where I'm letting it down. Or I'm running out of stamina, but I feel like it's more often that I'm just letting down my guard. I don't know exactly what I'm doing wrong, but also, this is the first time that I have fought an enemy in Elden Ring in what? Week and a half? And that is an excuse, which I'm going to use because we're getting warmed up here. Terrible roll, terrible timing on the spell cast, but it's fine. It's part of the process. Knight Bernal is laughing his ass off over here at us getting wrecked, but it'll be fine. Let's do that again. What I'm going to try this time is I'm going to try to go back into my sheath. There we go. That's the way I wanted to do that. All right. Ooh, I feel like that's the first time I've seen that move. No! That can go through walls. Of course it can. Of course it fucking can go through walls. Of course it can. God damn it. Oh, of course I'm too far away. Yeah, that actually doesn't have as much range as I thought it would. It was way too late starting that. See if we'll get away with a heal here. And then a drink. Let's get our stamina back. Also could use a heal. No. Also need to be careful not to run into the wolves that are hanging around. Ah. Camera lock. God damn it. Okay. Better. No. Sometimes that second swing is a red charged up version. Sometimes it's not the swing that I'm expecting. Oh my god, what am I doing? I'm just spam rolling. Spam rolling. No. God damn. Sometimes there's just enough variety in the moves where you think you have that opening and you don't really have it. Fortunately, we're able to get away with a lot of healing. So we're taking advantage of that as much as we can, but we are going to be out of spells here pretty soon, which I'm wondering if we need to just switch to the Uchi. No. Part of why I'm having trouble using the things like jump attacks and unsheathe and these other like special abilities is that they are, maybe I'm just not spamming roll enough. Maybe I just need to, like, as soon as I'm done doing like do this and then like just spam roll, because maybe there's not as much output lag as I think there is, and I'm trying to like time my roll instead of just spamming it at the end of a. Okay, well that was good thing I was good thing I was blocking. Yeah, okay, I think maybe I'm discovering what I've been doing wrong here, which is when I'm doing things like jump attacks, I thought I could get in the last hit. Mistake. Mistake. Come on, we just need one more hit here. All right, you're out of here, Bellbearing Hunter. God damn it. Not that tough of an enemy, ultimately. Not a bad little stack of runes there. We do actually get a new Bellbearing out of this. Fascinating. Maybe this is just an encounter that happens no matter what. I had the notion that this guy was appearing because we had killed Patches, which I still have no regrets over, because fuck Patches. I know that Patches for some people is like a fan favorite, or that he is a fan favorite to many who have like been absorbed in FromSoft for a very long period of time. Keep in mind, I am still very new. Even though I've played basically all of the FromSoft games at this point, I'm still very new, I feel like. I've only been playing them like one playthrough. I don't really watch people streaming the game. I haven't consumed a ton of Dark Souls content. I haven't like spent, you know, years and years in between of these games waiting for the next one to come out. And I think a lot of people in that who have done that have developed, you know, affinities to certain characters who you might at first resent for kicking you off ledges and other dastardly tricks. And then over the years, time heals all wounds and Patches becomes adorable and lovable. I'm not there yet. Give me time. Side tangent about Patches aside, we have the Bone Peddler's Bellbearing. Let's check that out. Another Bellbearing here to give to the twin Maiden Husks. It is under... There it is. It's at the bottom. Bellbearing of an unfortunate Bone Peddler who was slain by the Bellbearing Hunter. What if this is me from DS1? Killing the poor, hapless, undead merchant. Way a long time ago. I might have said this already. I'm not sure if I told this story. But back, for those of you who missed the Dark Souls 1 playthrough, I was such a newbie back then. I was such a baby. I knew nothing, including the fact that if you killed an NPC, they were actually dead for good. I had this this early notion in making my way through the Undead Burg that, oh, everything respawns when you sit at a bonfire. Everything will respawn, including this merchant who keeps nagging me and poking me, or making fun of me for not buying anything from him. And I just kind of decided to go ham on him and take his Uchigatana of all things. And then he was never to return. What if this is me? What if I was the bell-bearing hunter who's been carrying around the bell-bearing of an unfortunate bone peddler all the way from DS1? Offer to the twin maiden husk at the round table to gain access to the following items: thin animal bones and hefty beast bone. What? I can just buy animal bones. Yo. That's kind of cool, actually, because I do like making the arrows and such from the thin animal bones, but it also takes time to farm that. It is actually a little bit annoying to go out on a farming run and being able to just buy those. We'll see how expensive they are. Okay, do you have anything?
There you are. Decided to bear the torch.
I think he's still oblivious to what was going on. Where in the hell did you go while I was taking on the bell-bearing hunter? I want to know these things. At some point, we're going to play around with some of these Ashes of War. At some point, I'm probably going to equip or enable something like the thing about I have to remember about the Ashes of War is that they come with an affinity. They don't just come with a brand new skill. The affinity is going to scale your damage in a different way, right? Like it could be, we'll have to think about this a little bit more because I could be missing out on some extra bonus weapon damage. We will investigate Ashes of War later on. We'll get to you eventually. Don't worry, my dude. What I am going to do is I'm going to quickly grab these rot resins that are over here. Rot resins. Root resins. Apparently, I still have scarlet rot in my head. All right, so the bell-bearing hunter is out of the way. Fortunately, that was not too much of a task. We did get a single death in there, which, by the way, I will mention that our death counter has now officially, I think it was a couple episodes ago it did this, but it has officially surpassed the Sekiro death count. I think the Sekiro death count was only like 123. But is that really the accurate death count? Because don't shadows die twice? Who knows? Let's go to the round table hold and turn in our bell bearing here. So yeah, I may be, in terms of the death counter, we've talked about that before. It's something I am looking into in terms of adding potentially to the end of an episode, just to kind of have a fun thing to keep track of as we go throughout the playthrough. We will see about that. Let's quickly turn this in, though. We kind of know what we're getting. Offer Bone Peddler's Bell Bearing. There we go. And Bell Bearing Shop 2. Hatches Bell Bearing. Wait, does it not add it? Wait, hello? I might be misunderstanding how this... Oh, it added them here. It did add them here. Okay, I'm just blind. Takes me a second. 150 runes for one thin beast bones. Is that worth? We'll have to see. In a pinch, it might be. If I really am not feeling going on the old hunting expedition. Let us... We are going to level up, though. We're going to quickly level up. Not inventory, status. I need 9956, so we need 2400. 2400, so let's go to our inventory and let's do a little bit of quick maths here and figure out what gets us to 2400 runes. But one of the, a couple of things we have left in the castle. The castle has that room with the painting, first and foremost, and maybe we should do that first. But I also have maybe a bit of silly science. There are a couple different silly science things that I have in mind. I should have done 3 of those. So we'll see what we decide to do first here. As I am having so much fun getting back in the swing of playing Elden Ring here. Feels good also whenever you get an enemy out of the way that was kicking your butt before. And maybe I've made a discovery now regarding the after a jump attack, after a weapon skill, that your ability to roll and be able to dodge the next attack is not as limited as maybe I was thinking it was, because that was something that was holding me back, I think, from using more of that kind of thing, because I was sensing there was this delay in me being able to once again dodge the next attack. Okay, level up. I think we should be aiming for 20 faith, because we have a black flame fireball that we want to equip at some point. So let's make our next objective to get to 20 faith. As we continue to work our way up in the incantations world, let's also reapportion our flasks. Get those back to 3/3 is fine. And we're going to change our spells back a little bit here to put fireball back on. And we'll leave it at that for now. We'll leave the 2 different types of heals. And where we're going to go, let's talk about the couple different things we have left in the castle. And in fact, we'll try one of them right off the bat here, because we have this entire, it feels like this entire western side of the castle that's along the western wall that we have not yet figured out how to get to. I wonder if I've just been being a dingus on this, because I had looked here before. We see this, there's like bats hanging upside down across the way, and there's like a whole section to explore along this part of the wall. And I'm wondering, am I just supposed to drop down here? I had thought at first that dropping down here led to nowhere, but there's like a gap. There's like one of the, what is it? A beam going across the way that looks like we could probably jump across. So is it just that simple as we fall down here? My goodness. The fall damage in this game, I have to incorporate this into my thinking. I have to... Falls, oh my god, you can do so much more. I think it might be because... I'm going to blame this on the fact that I have been watching... Somebody who I enjoy watching on YouTube has been playing Dark Souls 2. And the fall damage in Dark Souls 2, that shit doesn't mess around. This is not Dark Souls 2. Hey, there's some smithing stones to replace the ones we just spent. Awesome. Okay, am I jumping to here? Or am I going down here? I'm probably going down here. I want to be able to jump up here and get up to there. Don't I? I am also realizing that there are rats down below. And what I had thought way back when I was looking down from above, looking at these little lights down here, wondering, are these actual items? I think they are actually items. And we can navigate our way down to the bottom of the castle. Okay, I want to first, though, see if I can. This might be a silly science death. I'm going to heal. And then I probably want to run. Aha. I don't know if I needed to run, but I can make that jump. And there are going to be some bats here shortly, which are pretty weak to fire, I think. There we go. I'm still getting just a tad of latency. I have adjusted my encoder settings to help out on that front, and it has seemed to make a difference. But we're still getting a little bit of lag here and there. Yeah. I'll keep experimenting and see if we can get that all ironed out. But it's not enough to hamper my enjoyment. So we press forward here, taking out the bats. And looking for sus walls, which we still have not found any. There's got to be a sus wall eventually. But either way, we have made it to the other side of the chasm here. Do I want to keep exploring this way for now? This answers my question. It wasn't a silly science death, and there is more to explore here, which we may want to come back to. How do I get up there? We go across here, and that's how we get down to the rats. But it is still a mystery exactly how we're getting, like, up here. Okay. Do I want to keep going this way? Or do I want to go give some attempts on... I'm a little bit indecisive here because I do have so many different things and, like, loose ends that I want to tie up. Tree Sentinel being one of them. But for now, Okay, let's do this. Let's do another thing. We're going to try another silly science thing here to try to alleviate some of the mysteries that that are on my mind. I have to get some answers to some of these. I've marked these places on my map as I've been doing just a little bit of scouting out on my own off camera. And there's one spot here that I had seen before where there were also rats hanging out. The rats that are over here that are on top of this roof. And I have heard these guys before as we had explored underneath this area where there's like the stone sword key that you use. But the fact that there are rats there suggests that we should be able to get on top of this part. The problem is I think this one is going to be a death, right? This certainly has to be a death. This is too far to fall. But we're going to take one for the team here, question mark, because I have to know. So that's a silly science death. The rat was ready to pounce. How are we meant to get here? Are we supposed to get here? Are the rats just a debate? Because my mind, when I see that there is an enemy somewhere in the world, it speaks to me saying, it's the game telling me that there is a way to get here. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe the game is just saying, hey, we're just putting some fucking rats here because why the hell not? The other thing is that maybe I'm falling from too high. Maybe I'm supposed to fall from this ledge here. That might be the answer. So in order to get there, I need to... Okay, that might be the problem, is I'm just not falling from the right spot. Oh, look at this. There's actually some shacks that are sticking out here. And I think I know where this is up here. Okay, let's run around. This is... Okay, I think I might be piecing this together. Maybe. We will find out shortly. Let's go this way, because this is the other big mystery here. The other big mystery is this... Man, I almost walked off. Is this elevator. We need to get down to the bottom of that. And I think that must be connected to... It's connected to the rats that we just saw that were at the very bottom of this part over here. I don't know if that's connected to where the rats that are nearby this building are. These might be two separate things. This episode is just going to be a little bit all over the place. And maybe this is just going to be a lot of Elden Ring episodes in general. Because there's just so much, there's so much to cover. There's so many ways to go. So many paths to explore. And it's going to be fun having you all along for the ride. Watching me run around like a headless chicken. This is, I think, how we get down here. Maybe. We actually need to get down a little bit lower, don't we? We need to go down here. That actually doesn't take fall damage. So now can I get here? And then this is where I drop down? This must be it, right? Surely? Nice. Made it. All right. Heal. Come on. Try that one more time. Oh, I don't want to get surrounded. Hold on. Thought I was going to get a guards counter. They are just rats after all. Just go ham on them. Ultimately, what have I obtained, or what have I achieved? Nothing? Was this supposed to be like a back door? Is that all this is? Is a back door way into where we had... Could we have saved ourselves a stone sword key if we had come down here and gotten the drop on this guy and then gone into that building underneath? Because I'm pretty certain that I have been inside of the building that is under here and that this is just... That's all we've done is we've come through the back door and killed a couple rats that we never killed before. All right, cool. Let's just... we're going to go ahead and we can now delete... We can delete this from... Are these... I'm not sure. I think this one I can delete. Yeah, this one I can delete. I'm taking some things off my list here. I can take Bellbrain Hunter off my list. That one is done. We can take off the quote-unquote Lord Vessel. We're checking off the stuff here on our to-do list. which feels good. So, okay. Let us then... Okay, we're still at no souls, basically. So now we have a couple mysteries that we're going to be able to explore, including that painting. I still want to check the painting, but we're going to hold off on that just a little bit longer because I do want to go back and give some tries against the... Tree Sentinel. We might get our butt whooped. I might be getting overconfident after taking down the Bellbearing Hunter on only 2 tries today. But let's think about what we can do against this guy. Do we want to try to go... There's a couple ways that we could do this. We could try to approach the fight by focusing on being on foot and using our weapon skills. Or maybe guard counters even. Guard counters were not very good, though, with the first time when we fought him because he just, at least with the Uchigatana, was too far away. Let's think about what we're going to do here. I might reapportion Flask. We might just go the way we had it with Bellbearing Hunter. Even though it's a little harder to get the kind of distance, Bellbearing Hunter was so much slower than the Tree Sentinel in giving us time to heal. I don't know. Maybe we want to try jump attacks? Fire or Holy? Do either of these come into play against... Does Holy damage come into play against the... I don't think so. Like, it might be smart to use this guy and try to go horseback. Let's put that on in case we do want to fuck around with horseback stuff. We'll leave jump attacks and horseback as our talismans. And then we're going to... I am going to try going back to the other set of flasks. Because we might be able to, like, gain some distance with Torrent and use some heals that way. I'm just trying to, like, max out my resources here, which is maybe being a little too... Ultimately, the way to do the fight, the method or the key to success is really to learn the moves, probably. The game does also give us the ability to use summons, but I feel like I don't really want to use summons if I can help it against this guy. So, you know what? Enough thinking. Let's just get into battle here. Let's get some attempts. Get some reps going against the Tree Sentinel once again. That does a reasonable amount of damage, actually. So, when we first fought this guy, I had been thinking like, oh, the Uchigatana doesn't work too well against him because I think I was using my R1 attacks, and it was resulting in not very much damage against his armor. Problem is, he is still a tricky son of a bitch with all sorts of variety of moves to trick us with. Yo! Okay, see, what happened there? That one I feel pretty certain that I was guarding. I don't know that I'm going to be able to get away with a heal against you, though. Unless I get on Torrent. Was it because I was on, like, terrain that was, like... Why did I get hit when I was guarding before? I must not have been guarding. I don't know. There's some mysteries here. I don't know what I'm doing. Holy shit. I'm thinking about getting on Torrent to go away and heal, but I'm forgetting what button presses I need to do in order to get on Torrent. Was he guarding against me doing spells there when I was healing? The hell? All right, now here's where I do want to get back to. I want to get back to using some. That is so cool how he knocks down the trees. Yeah, if we can use this more. Unsheath does do a significant amount of damage. I got out of stamina there. And then I just rolled too soon. Okay. All right. I was really... That was like the overthinking the attempt. Everything about that was just like me. What the hell do I do? I was like thinking about getting on Torrent and healing, and this is why maybe this flash distribution might not be a good idea, but I'm going to stick with it just for now. It's triangle down. That's how you get on Torrent. Can I jump off and do a jump attack? Interesting. An interesting opener there. No, I must not be blocking. So I really just need to like either hold down block all the time or be spam rolling when I'm like thinking that I need to wait still. Because I'm making this decision to kind of like not do anything and then like appropriately time my whatever action that I'm taking, whether it be guarding or healing. That doesn't take too much stamina. So that one I'm okay not rolling through. That's the big one. We still can tank it, but it's not ideal. Nope. Oh, well, I thought he was on a backswing. I thought he was... Okay, there's an AoE attached to that. Okay, I don't think I'd ever noticed that before. All right, we... Reacquainting ourselves with the Tree Sentinel repertoire here. Okay, that did more damage than I realized. And that time our stance definitely got broken. Because I was thinking I could tank that. I noticed how much stamina I had left, and I thought, oh, I'll be able to tank this. Because the horse rearing up on its hind legs and landing didn't do that much stamina damage last time. But maybe it was because I wasn't directly underneath him. And the move actually does more damage in that case. Okay, that was a good attempt. It was a reasonable attempt. Still some room for improvement. I also have... I'm not using fire very much. It was something that I was thinking about doing against the Bellbearing Hunter, and then I just didn't. So why don't we do that? I don't know if that's going to piss him off. Is he going to, like, reflect the fire back at us or something? That does a little bit more damage. Get stamina. I hesitated there. Terrible timing on the roll. Unsheath does definitely do a nice amount of damage. If we're close enough. Key thing. No, oh, I thought I did not have my shield back up. Okay, so half health here. I think he starts to bust out some new moves. Like that one. Although he was doing that before, half health before. That one is new. What was that? I don't know what he's doing here. I was hoping we might be able to get a bleed on him at some point. Because even under all this armor, is he still not flesh and blood? Oh, that was a big stamina hit. Let's get that back. I thought he was coming back with a backswing. Oh, he pounds his shield into the ground there. That's what it is. It's not necessarily that the horse is landing, creating a shockwave. It's his shield. I did not get hit there. Okay, I probably should have. He's stuck behind the pillar. You're stuck behind the pillar. How do you like having to deal with the environment for once? How do you like it? Damn it. I knew I'd rolled too soon. Damn it, why did I do that? I thought I could get on and dash away for a heal. I thought he was going to be delayed. I thought I had timed my horse mount in between his moves, but he was too close to do that. And it was probably just a better idea. This is why I have the emergency flask there, because that would have been a perfect time to use it rather than trying to go for a heal and just focus on finishing the fight, because we're very close to getting this guy, I think. We actually we do reasonable amount of damage with our Uchigatana. And we can do this. We can freaking do this. We're learning the moves. We've got a good rhythm here. Just need to finish the fight. That gets rid of my fire. That's unfortunate. I thought about that as soon as I was switching. I was like, this might get rid of my fire. My fire paper. So sometimes the horse is the one doing the damage with those ground slam attacks. I don't know what you call them. Never punished. Did he actually have 4 moves there? This guy has the combo sometimes. God damn it. I think that's just what I'm not doing enough, or I have not been doing enough in the past, is spamming the roll button. Spam the roll button at the end of these, the game is maybe designed for you to be able to get in this, and then just potentially, not every single time, but when the enemy is just about to hit you, you can still spam roll and get out of a lot of these attacks that are oncoming. Okay, the tree got in my way. I actually had that going the way that I wanted, and then the frickin' tree got in my way. How come I'm not allowed to just bull over the damn trees when I want to? What we're going to do here is I don't want to actually have any fire spells. Do I even want urgent heals? Sometimes I do. So let's just do that. Let's get rid of that. Get rid of that there, and we will have heal ready to go when we need it. Oh, goddamn. We're getting close on this fight, though. I can feel it. This guy is just a nuisance. He is a headache and a half. But we're going to get him. Even if the latency boss tries to get us as well. You're not supposed to be able to follow up that soon. What the actual hell? Okay, I don't know how I thought... That was strange. I thought for sure I was taking a hit because I had gone unsheathed. But I guess I didn't. I guess I didn't actually trigger the skill, and so I got my shield back in time. Man, okay. You need to let me hit you at some point, sir. This is not how... We need to have a little bit more of a an agreement here on when you're going to allow me to hit you. That is fucking... God damn it. This is frustrating. Focus in here. Focus in. I might reapply some fire paper at some point. It's also frustrating when you're not close enough for me to freaking hit you. I can do one more unsheath. Dude. The frickin' horse headbutts. Killing me over here. You fucking suck. You fucking suck. I hate you. Goddamn tree sentinel. No. Come on, buddy. Man, it takes so much stamina. Oh my god, that one too. It's... Yeah, the shield bash, of course it takes stamina. And he's... I forgot he was below half health, so he's kind of going berserk on us. Oh my god, I'm gonna get my stance broken. No! You've got to be kidding me. Oh, that hit Torrent? Sorry, Torrent, but your health is not as important as mine. I love you, Torrent, but it's okay that you take the hit there, not me. No, I thought he was swinging. No! How wide of an AoE is that? God damn it. Woo! Almost didn't get away with that. I thought I was going to be just out of the range of that, and I was going to get a hit afterward. Fuck. I keep thinking I'm rolling through these. I'm not intending to tank them. What I am intending to do is get this tree sentinel out of my game. Relief. Relief. We got 3,200 souls. Runes. We got a golden halberd. And we now have downed the goddamn tree sentinel. It wasn't pretty. But our weapon skill is pretty dope. We have a pretty cool weapon, and its weapon skill actually deals damage even against armored enemies who you might otherwise think are a little difficult to penetrate. Let's check out our golden halberd, shall we? Let's see what we have. The weapon that we have. There's no way in hell that we're going to be able to wield. 30 strength. It's not completely out of the realm of possibility. It does weigh 13.5. So it does scale with faith. That's an interesting one. So this is like, you know, a paladin weapon. And it does make sense. He was kind of a big old frickin' beefy paladin. On a big old beefy paladin horse. Weighty halberd forged of gold. Wielded by the Order of Tree Sentinels, heavily equipped knights. Deals holy damage. Were we getting chip damage? Because we don't prevent 100% of holy damage with our shield, correct? If we were taking chip damage against this guy, I totally never noticed it. A masterfully crafted weapon that lives up to its heft, but is difficult for one of mere human strength to wield. And its skill is Golden Vow, skill passed down from antiquity among the knights of the capital. Raise armament aloft and pledge to honor the Erd Tree in battle, granting self and nearby allies increased attack power and defense. Dude, this weapon sounds sick. Strength Faith build. Paladin build. Interesting. Okay, cool. That feels good. We are close to tying up our loose ends here in Limgrave. There is one other thing that I still am wondering, I had thought of at some point there in between attempts. I had wondered, are we still able, like we equipped this rune, is it possible for us to still use this thing? Not still use it, but now that we have it equipped? No, we still don't just use it. So the item effect is it raises all attributes. Okay, I'm going to think about this later. I just, random thought here that I'm still trying to figure out. Tree Sentinels down. Let's fucking go. All right. So there we go. 3,200 runes. Tree Sentinel down. Let's head back to Stormvale then, shall we? And keep exploring and see if we can finish off Stormville Castle. That feels amazing. We're going to just the person in me that's going to be bugged. The part of me that's going to be bugged by seeing my runes pickup on the menu, even though it's 0 runes. Not on the menu, but on the screen, on the compass. Got to get that out of the way. Let's head back to the castle. We've solved one mystery of the rats on the rooftop. Now let's explore into... Let's explore down into the... Actually, I'm going to quickly turn on the fan here that I meant to turn on. Give me just 1 second. Okay, there we go. Now my fan is cooling me down here after things were heating up with the tree sentinel. Starting to get... We're definitely well into spring at this point, and summer is quickly approaching. So, got to make sure we're staying cool during those Elden Ring sessions. So let's get back... Oh, crap. Hold on. I need to re-equip Fireball here. Hold on. Quick little going back here to the lift side chamber and get prepared here. Let's think through our flasks as well. We need to reapportion everything so that we are ready to go into a exploring the world scenario. So let's bring back... We can keep our 2 heals. Maybe. I might go with... Let's go back to the Flame Breath, or the Dragon Fryer. Very similar to the Air Fryer. Gets your chicken extra crispy. Dragon Fire. Maybe we'll play around a little bit more with that breath token. I did see in my footage that the token. What is it? The what am I thinking here? The talisman that you wear that increases the damage for your breath attacks. It was increasing the damage. It was like a 10% boost, which is not bad. Play around with that a little bit more. And we're not going to be doing... We know that we're not going to be doing anything on horseback, so do we just equip that? Maybe? We'll see. I do love the Crimson Dagger, though. But if we're facing bats and rats, there's not going to be too many critical hits going on. We'll figure it out here. Let's get back down to exploring, hopefully figuring out the remainder of the castle here. I want to figure out how to get up there, but maybe we have to first... Maybe that's part of going this way, going down below, and making our way back to that elevator. That's the process here that we have to follow, that elevator that takes us back up. Now, do I have to run here? Dang it. The running did not quite kick in, and then I jumped way too soon. So, another sort of silly science death, which... Just, don't mind me over here being a dingus. It doesn't feel like the easiest jump in the world to make, but I definitely could have made life a little bit easier on myself by... I don't know that I would have survived that fall, probably not, but I could have healed before attempting things. We do have a small little bit of runes on the line now, so it's not a completely cost-free silly science. It does feel like you kind of need to run. Not totally sure, but let's take these guys out again here and find the other guy. There we go. Okay. Those guys are out of the way, and I think the only way to go from here is down this way. Making our way doing some classic FromSoft jump puzzling. This one is not too much of a puzzle. The main part of the puzzle was just figuring out that you could do the initial drop, which I had overlooked or had discounted because of previous jump/fall damage trauma. I feel like I'm hearing a scarab somewhere. I'm definitely hearing, I think, that familiar scarab glow sound. Keeping an eye out for any other enemies that are thinking about ambushing us here. I think I see a big rat hiding over there. How in the world did I miss you? What in the actual hell? Yeah, I'm definitely seeing a big boy rat. Hello there. Hello there. Have we seen one of these guys before? Obviously in DS3 we had the big boy rats, but I think this is our first in Elden Ring? Question mark? You are a beefy one. Oh, okay. We did eventually get the guard break there. Not that it matters. So, well, it does matter if we want to potentially be restoring health with our Crimson Dagger. Where's the scarab hiding around here? I hear a scarab. Poison Bloom. It's one of our crafting materials, which I think we've picked up before. There you are. I see you. I see you. Hold on. I'm coming for you. This is a new type, isn't it? I don't remember them being this color before. Is that our first spell that we've... Rancor Call. I feel like this is our first... That was definitely a different colored scarab. It was not like the Ashes of War, which are more white. That one had like a rainbowy or a... Definitely different from the other scarabs. Okay. Spells. Spells. What did we pick up? Sorceries. I was looking under incantations. There is a very little subtle difference there. There's books at the bottom of that little menu icon. There's like scrolls. So actually our first sorcery. We've seen a bunch of sorceries at vendors. Haven't bought any yet. This one requires both intellect or intelligence and faith. So it's like a dark spell. Summons vengeful spirits that chase down foes. Sorcery of the Servants of Death. Summons vengeful spirits that chase down foes. Charging enhances potency. I do like this mechanic with spells. You get to charge them up. Very cool. Once thought lost, this ancient death hex was rediscovered by the necromancer Garrus. So you do have some spells. Dark spells, it looks like. Which is similar to previous games where they rely on both faith and intellect. What's over here? The hell is over here? This is a very sus little cubbyhole. Sus walls? Sus walls? Anybody hiding a sus wall around here? I'm just gonna keep the torch out actually, because it's kind of dark around here. I think I came from this direction. Okay. Just making sure I don't miss any other little cubby holes. Or other places where they're stashing items. Let's head this way. Can I jump up here? I can. Does it do anything for me? Aha. I think we do have both items, and there are torches that are just very pale. Or it's some sort of pale fire. And this, I think, is where we were looking down to from above. I'm getting flashbacks to the Balls tree. I don't know why. This feels like the Pit of Hollows. A little bit. Anybody? Is this skeleton in like a boat down here? Or a raft or canoe or something? Dude, why does this feel like this is going to be a boss fight? Because it is going to be a boss fight. Holy shit, wait a second. Wait a second, I fought you before. Wait a minute. This is the Ulcerated tree spirit, isn't it? Isn't it? I need a drink. It looks just like the Ulcerated tree spirit. It does take a lot of damage from our unsheath. which I'm quickly out of magic. Did I get it? It sounded like I stunned it, but I guess not. Ooh, how did I not get hit there? I need to drink my cerulean flask. So it's not really a boss. Or it's not a boss here. It's not. We don't have a boss bar. But this is definitely the Ulcerated Tree Spirit, right? Which I had been thinking about as one of the other potential things on our list to do still. Yo, you need to chill the fuck out. I'm really hoping that you are susceptible to bleed. Okay, that attack was, it had more of a AoE to it than I was hoping. Holy damage is probably what you're trying to do against us here. It looks like this is like a holy damage aura, which we can maybe switch to the right talisman. Oh, that swings all the way around. That's unfortunate. Yo, what the fuck? This dude's got some crazy moves. And he's got some sort of like aura? Oh my god, the tail whip again missed us. I don't know if that's there's supposed to be like a damage over time component to that. Oh boy. Oh boy. Oh boy. Let's try a heal again here. Okay, I need to get back to my sword. Back up. Okay. This guy is not doing the same, at least I haven't seen yet, the grab attack. It was more of like a devour you alive attack that the first Ulcerated Tree Spirit had used against us. That was basically an insta-kill. This guy has not, I don't think, has not pulled out that move yet. It's a little hard to keep track of what you're doing. We are also taking chip damage because I think everything you're kidding us with... God damn it, that tail whip swings around. Wow, I'm not hitting you at all. No, what in the world was that move? Unfortunately, a little bit of latency there as well. Okay, that is a beatable boss. It's not really a boss, which is weird. We at least our suspicions were confirmed when it comes to knowing that, or sensing that was a boss room. This is a bit of a gnarly run back. I wonder if we are able to run past that guy. Let's quickly change around our setup here to we're not going to be doing roar and breath attacks, I don't think, against you. Maybe Dragonfire is good? Would fire be good against this guy? We would need to redo our flasks, I think. It feels better to... The question is it holy or is it lightning? Still hard to tell, actually. Because there is a bit of like a... They're such similar colors. Maybe it's lightning. It does feel like maybe there's a kind of a static electricity animation to it. The aura that it's putting on itself. Jump attacks. Like, we could try to do Dragonfire. I don't know. I don't know, man. We never got a bleed against it, but we also weren't attacking it super consistently. I mean, first of all, let's see if we can get back to it. It's annoying that we take a hit here. Where's my cat ring when I need to prevent fall damage? Oh, but there is a drop down on this side. Okay, so we can just go directly here. And then can we... And then run by the rats, I guess? God damn it. God damn it! Bail. Are they following me? It looks like there's that little wall there that prevents them from following us, which is nice. Okay, we get a little bit of that. A little bit of a reprieve on that front. There are still also a whole bunch of items. Maybe what we're supposed to do here is just make a run for it. My god, are you serious? Stone sword key? Maybe what they want us to do... Is that a face that I'm looking at? What the fuck? Is that a bloodstain? Prince of Death's pustule? What the fuck? Hold on here. We are going to die. Prince of Death's pustule. This is a bloodstain. What the hell? We're not playing online. But there's a bloodstain. Prince of Death's pustule. Wait. That wasn't Ragier, was it? Or Roger? What the hell was his name? I'm annoyed as fuck that we were getting hit by those rats. So we have to like spend time taking out the rats as well, which is unfortunate. If we want to get our souls back, I guess. Or not get our souls back, but just be you know, at full health going into this guy. Also, I freaking got hit by the guy coming out of the ground. So let's take a moment. We'll get back to this. What in the hell? This is not what I was expecting at all. But when is it ever anything that you expect in Elden Ring? What I need to check here is my inventory. We're going to go to key items. We picked up another stone sword key. And then we picked up... What the fuck was it? A pustule? It was not a key item, it looks like. We did pick up poison bloom, right? Oh, let's sort this. I forgot. We can sort by order of acquisition. That'll make our lives easier. We did pick up a bunch of smoldering butterfly. We also had picked this up. All right, let's go through now and see if we can pick out where is this new... We're still looking for our second golden seed because they upped the freaking cost of golden seeds on us, motherfuckers. Cost of flasks per golden seed, that is. What in the heck did I pick up? It was something... Here it is. Prince of Death's... It's a talisman. Raises vitality. A fetid pustule taken from facial flesh. Raises vitality. Vitality governs resistance to the effects of death. Lovely. There was definitely some sort of face in the ground when we were running into the end of the hall, or that bottom part of the castle there. There was some sort of deformed face, it looked like. Like a ghoul or somebody who had been... We need to take another look at it. It is said that this pustule came from the visage of the Prince of Death. He who used to be called Godwyn. I see. Godwyn is now known as the Prince of Death, as first dead of the demigods. Capital F, capital D. First dead of the demigods. It said he's buried deep under the capital at the Erd Tree's roots. And so maybe he is what is connected. We know that the catacombs, the underground roots of the Great Tree, question mark, that these are all kind of connected to this idea of death. Those who live in death, the ones who D is interested in hunting. What was the death root, right? Those who live in death. On the night of the dire plot, the stolen rune of death enabled the first death of a demigod. Okay, we'll keep parsing the lore here as we go. God dang it, I thought I was going to take damage, but it's fine. Let's see if we can make it through, first of all, without getting whacked by the rats. It might just be easier for me to just take them out. It'll take a little more time for us to get back to our souls. I still got hit, motherfucker. Motherfucker. You guys suck. You know what we are going to do? We are going to try to get some health back here. Give me this. And we're also going to switch. So this is interesting that this is what governs your, like, I see there. Oh my god, it takes vitality from 130 to 330. I don't know that we've come across any effects of death yet. So I don't know that we can even make use of this. Let's enhance guard counters. Give me that health back. All right. So now what? It's so weird, though, that there was a bloodstain there. Let's take another look at this. Like, are we supposed to... Is this just... Is there actually... Like, I didn't look around very well. And so I don't know if there was supposed to be an exit somewhere in there. I sort of ran myself into a dead end, but maybe if I had, like, hooked to the left, there would have been a way to go. But we were having reasonable success against this guy. It might be better for us to just try to fight him first. Focus on trying to take him down. We can see how Dragonfire does at the very least. Let's go back to this. And let's try lightning damage negation. See how far that gets us. Can we make any lightning damage negation? I think we only have fire protection right now. We can also add fire paper to our sword. There's fire bombs as well. There's all kinds of stuff we can potentially use here. Let's get back into it. I want to cast the spell. I did an R2 to cast the spell. Why am I like this? So much for using my Dragonfire. That was not bad, actually. That was actually not terrible. I need to refill. So it kind of hit him still. He was, I don't think he took every single hit there because we were a little bit out of range. That's still not terrible. Yo. Okay, that was roasting him. That was absolutely fucking roasting him. Dragonfire with the breath token. Good move. Let's see whose breath attack is better here. I think mine's better. Okay. Yo! Fucking A, I was just talking about a golden seed. I was just talking about and moaning, griping about the fact that we needed another golden seed still to get another flask. Yo, dude. Oh, that's so sick. And dude, the Dragonfire with the breath medallion. This is the thing I need to remember about the Dragonfire is it does have range. Like, we were able to back up pretty safely there after we had baited out a move and just go ham. It just uses so much. It's so mana intensive. That's the main issue there. Okay. Okay, now we get to actually look around a little bit more. Let's just make sure that there was nothing over here that I missed. Any little side paths or anything. Doesn't look like it. Okay, so we've taken down at least one ulcerated tree spirit. Or maybe it's a Maybe it had been laying off of the it hadn't gotten the ulcers the same way. There's a ladder here. Maybe it's just a regular old tree spirit. There is this face though. Look at this. I'm not going to comment on what those eyes look like. Okay, actually, is it? Let's look at this blood stain. I'm gonna get my runes first, actually. I totally forgot about my runes. My precious tree sentinel runes. Touch bloodstain. This really looks like Roger. Or at least that's the only person I can think of. I think it's Roger. It makes me want to go back to where we had found him before. This is so, like, have we ever in any Dark Souls game had a bloodstain that was from an NPC? This is one thing I'm glad for playing offline, because who knows how many other actual player bloodstains there would be around here, and I might not ever even see this. Interesting. This is creepy as fucking hell. I thought for a second it kind of looked like one of the big trolls. That's actually literally a troll face. But now I'm not so sure. There's like a bit of a squid Cthulhu thing going on. Although the trolls kind of have the same thing. I don't know. This is weird as hell, but what else is new in Elden Ring? We did make it down to the bottom of the castle, though. Where does this ladder lead us? We are out of flasks, basically. Out of FP for sure. Where the hell is this? Is this going to take us to that ladder? A ladder. It's a ladder that we're on right now. Is this going to take us to the elevator? Let's actually look at the map. I can't look at the map right now. I guess you can't look at the map when you're on a ladder. Oh my god. I'm having so much fun though. We are taking down bell-buried hunters. We're taking down tree sentinels. Ulcerated tree spirits. Life is good. Yo, have we... Yo, for real? Wait a second. No, I have not been to this specific ledge before, but I think I know where I am. I think I know where I am. I am above where... This is the room that goes to the Grafted Scion. Where we took down the Grafted Scion. So that's where this leads. So we still have an entire mystery in terms of that painting. And maybe now is the time for us to do that, because we've essentially... There's still more to the castle here that we haven't quite figured out yet. Just thinking through my options, but I think what I want to do is head back. We're just going to ride the elevator up here, and we're going to level up. So I need another 2k runes. We're going to level up our faith one more time. How do we get to the rest of the places in this castle? How are we going to do this? 5 of these. And we level up. Oh, and we get a new flask. Add charge to flask. 2 fucking golden seeds, motherfucker. I swear, if they raise this to 3 golden seeds at some point... Don't you do it, Miyazaki. Don't you do it to me. 2 is bad enough. I'm bracing myself already for the day when 3 golden seeds is what it takes. Goddamn. I forgot I was going to level up. Hold on. Give me that 19th point in faith very much. Thank you very much. Level 42. Nice. So now... Oh, we are right here, actually. We are very close to where... How are you supposed to get... What's the quickest way to get to... Roger? I'm kind of curious if he is still there. That sure seemed like that was who we saw dead. Are we just supposed to run past these guys? And go up the ladder? Or do we run past the birds? Running past the birds feels like a suicide mission. But also, we only have 169 runes. Who the hell cares if it's a suicide mission? It would just be one more silly science death to add to the fire here. To add to the pile. Why not? Why not? What does it matter? Just one more silly science death. No big fucking deal. He's gone. He is gone. Did he die at the hands of the ulcerated tree spirit? Or was it something else that killed him? Because he was being, like, held up there almost. Held up. He was being, like, raised in the air, it looked like. And then we had the... That's where we picked up the talisman with the Prince of Death thing. So was he facing the effects of death? I noticed that guy had the golden eyes. So I had to get the extra bonus runes there. So Roger appears to be gone. Now what? What's next? We still have the bottom of this elevator that we don't know how to get to. And now I'm a little unsure how to even do that. So what we'll do is we'll go back to the lift side chamber. And we will touch a painting. Let's find out what happens when we touch the painting. What could go wrong? Hold on. What in the actual hell? Okay, this is me once again. Once again, assuming, and we all know what happens when you assume. I had begun to get this idea in my head that touching that painting was going to warp me away. Because that's what happens when you touch a painting. Instead, we picked up an item. Which now I'm not sure where the hell that item is. It is in your info section. Reminiscence of the painting Prophecy. Work of a wandering artist. This painter is said to have captured the landscapes seen during the last moments of those welcomed into death's embrace. The soul of the painter and vestiges of the dead's last moments can be discovered by visiting the location depicted even now. Okay, that's cool. I had recognized, when I had looked through my footage, I had recognized the location in this painting, which is, it's showing where we start the game. Maybe I had noticed that last time when we recorded, I'm not sure. But it's looking at the castle. It's looking at Stormvale Castle. We can see the first step. We can see the Chapel of Anticipation in the far background there in the middle. So it's being painted from the perspective that's on the other, or the location that's on the other side of the water. So it's somewhere here? Maybe at the end of this road? So can we put a marker here, I guess? Put this as like a painting? The banner can symbolize a painting? Sure. There's our second marker. We have another marker down here for like a cave that I saw. Those are the only times we place markers. Okay. Is there any reason to go back in there? I do want to look just a little bit more around, so we're going to summon our buddy. Or maybe we'll try a new summon. Let's try a summon that we haven't done already. No. How do I... Yeah, I want to do one of these. Who do we want to try here? Let's try the Godric Soldier Ashes. Let's bring those guys to the fight here. Where do I go to get these guys in on the action? Here we go. That's not the button. We get backstabs on this guy again? Again. I couldn't remember for a second if we could get backstabs on him at all. We need stamina. These summons are pretty decent, the fact that there's two of them. Alright. Okie dokie, there we go. Now maybe we can explore in here a little bit more. Our Godric soldiers are going to disappear. But it looks like maybe there's nothing more to do in here. So my anticipating a potential warp away taking us to a painted world was met with disappointment. But we have a new mystery added to the list. And so with that, is there anything else on my list here? I do have one more thing that I wanted to try. I do have one more thing. I'm very stumped now about how to proceed next in the castle, though, because there's still more to the castle, and I just don't quite know. I might need to, like, play it through again on a fresh file to see what I've missed. But we're going to do one more thing here. One more little silly science thing that I wanted to try. I need to remember where to go. Is it here? Let's go to the gate front. I don't know if this is the way, but there was a part of the field out here in Limgrave that was like lightning. There was lightning that was happening out in the field. In fact, as I'm thinking about it, oh, I have it on already, the lightning damage negation, so that's perfect. I wanted just for science, I wanted to see what would happen if we got struck by the lightning. I don't know why. I'm probably a crazy person. But I wondered if there was some... It just seemed... The lightning felt so out of place, or so... so random. Oh, Fulgur Bloom. Okay. There's like a whole bunch of... First of all, we're getting attacked by rams. Hold on. Actually got hit by that one because I wasn't blocking. Got a budding horn. There's actually a material out here, which I can see is crackling or sparkling with the lightning effect. I feel like I'm going to take some damage here at some point. Now it's starting to feel a little bit more like Breath of the Wild, where these plants... I forgot about you being around. Hold on, let's even the odds here. Let's even the odds a little bit. He's not afraid of the lightning. He's just he just sees red. He sees the samurai admiring the lightning flowers over here, and he just he can't. Maybe that was his job. His job was to protect the Fulgur. Okay, let's... we're not immediately getting killed by lightning. And maybe it can't even hit us. So let's take a moment here and just look at what we picked up. Don't be mad, bro. Don't be mad at me. Why won't anybody just let me read in this game? Blooms in lightning-struck lands. Yellow flower that grows in lightning-struck lands. Material used for crafting items, imbued with traces of lightning's essence. So that's what it is. It's the lightning is here to tell you that there's a crafting material that you need to pick up. I really am curious to know if I can I actually get struck by the lightning. I'm going to try, but it doesn't look like it. It looks like it's just a visual effect to point you in the direction of a new crafting material. Like if we stand directly on it. Just hanging around, waiting to get struck by lightning. I thought standing on... I thought maybe these things were acting like a lightning rod, and that I could just stand directly on one of them, and that would be what I needed. But it looks like it's just a visual effect, so there you go. All right, I think with that, we are going to wrap up this somewhat shorter installment of Elden Ring, but we got, I would say, quite a bit accomplished. We took down two of our... There was one really big nemesis that had been taunting us for a very long time. And we finally took down Tree Sentinel, but we also took down the Belgrade Hunter. We took down what, at least a cousin or some relative of the Ulcerated Tree Spirit. And it makes me maybe want to go back to the Fringe Folk grave at some point here and maybe take another stab at the craziness that was down there. But we are closer and closer to tying up all the loose ends here in Limgrave. This castle is still a mystery, though. What an amazingly designed zone, Stormvale Castle. So many different directions to explore, so many different parts of the castle to uncover, and we're still not fully done. But I think next time we are going to begin to focus in another part of the map, and it's probably going to be Liurnia. We'll see, but my initial instinct here is that the game kind of wants us to go in this direction. It just naturally leads out of Stormvale Castle into that zone, so we'll see how we go. And I'm looking forward to, goddamn, the mysteries of the castle are going to bug me until next time, which hopefully will not be too far off in the distant future. Thank you all very much for joining me. Thank you all very much for joining me, and I hope to see you in the next one.